Welcome, folks, once again to the WrestleCord News Break. It's May 9th, 2026. I'm your host, Ryan, here, and we're going to go over some of the latest headlines in the world of pro wrestling and MMA. Last night, WWE Smackdown emanated from VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena in Jacksonville, Florida. The night was deeply meaningful for its passionate tribute to a legend of the industry, someone who changed the sport and will be remembered for decades to come. Gingy, the Gingerbread Man, who just 1 week ago was murdered by Sami Zayn. How Zayn has avoided criminal prosecution, this reporter has no idea. We here at WrestleCord would like to take a moment to remember the ginger confectionery icon that we all lost 1 week ago. In a battle of giants, Tama Tonga took on one half the WWE Tag Team Champions, Damian Priest. This was a hard-fought match, and it was the appearance of Tala's brother Tama at ringside, soon followed by R-Truth. And it was R-Truth, Solo, and Tama acting as enough of a distraction to allow Tala to hit a big T-bomb chokeslam on Damian Priest to get the pin. This was a surprisingly fun match for these two big, lumbering men. During the night, we'd see Raw's Gunther moving around backstage and then reappear during an in-ring segment with the very undisputed WWE Champion Cody Rhodes and Paul Heyman, who was requesting a title shot on behalf of Gunther. Gunther would attempt to get the better of the champion, but would end up taking a microphone and several fists to the head before retreating to higher ground. In exciting U.S. title action, the women's champion Tiffany Stratton successfully defended her title against Kiana James with Julia at ringside. In an attempt to secure a new U.S. champion, Julia would distract Tiffy. This did not prove to be fruitful, as the distraction in fact lasted too long and allowed Tiffy to avoid a pinfall loss, which would then be followed by the prettiest moonsault ever, giving Stratton the 1, 2, 3. Based on some backstage beef and looking at the men involved, it was a lot of beef. We ended up getting to see Royce Keys take on Tama Tonga with Solo and Tala at ringside. Tala's attempt to interject on behalf of Tama would get stalled by Solo, who insisted Tama handle the situation himself. This proved not to be an effective strategy, as Tama would end up eating a spinebuster and a loss. In other action, we'd see Ricky Saints Rochambeau Zack Ryder on his way to his first victory since arriving on the Blue Brand. The three femme fatales of Fatal Influence took on Rhea Ripley, Flair, and Bliss. It was a good showing by Rhea and the former women's tag team champions, but the return of Jade Cargill sealed their fate and gave the SmackDown newcomers another big win on the Blue Brand. In the aftermath, Mishin and B-Fab assisted Jade Cargill in a beatdown of Ripley, Flair, and Bliss. To cap off the night, we had what should have been a very heartfelt memorial to celebrate the life and times of Gingy. His infectious energy brought joy to so many across the wrestling universe. The solemn ceremony was cruelly disrupted by not only the gingerbread destroyer himself, Sami Zayn, but by the deplorable actions of Little Yachty, who, like some sick monster, masqueraded as our gingerbread brethren, laying in Gingy's casket and wearing his clothes. While it was nice he eventually came to life and served some vigilante justice to Sami Zayn, his pretending to be a dead cookie is a feat that can never be justified. This reminds me of the Latin phrase, nihilo sanctum est ne, is nothing sacred. Last Wednesday night's big Dynamite and Collision 3-hour extravaganza dropped even more viewers, with the 2-hour Dynamite portion losing another percent point, while the 1-hour Collision in its special time slot gained 24% from the previous Saturday's Collision. It'll be interesting to see how tonight's 1-hour Collision special does against WWE's PLE offering. To close out tonight's short and very lackluster news break, we'll give a quick preview of tonight's WWE Backlash from Tampa, Florida. We'll have opening the show Seth Rollins, no longer freaking, taking on Braun Breaker. For the United States title, champion Trick Williams battles Sami Zayn. The last remnants of Damage Control could come to a bloody finale as Asuka takes on Io Sky. We'll get to see who Danhausen has as a Friendhausen when him and his mystery partner take on The Miz and Kit Wilson. Finally, to main event the show, the World Heavyweight title is up for grabs when Jacob Fatu challenges Roman Reigns. With how thin this card is, it looks like the ads will outpace the wrestling this time. Maybe we should call it Adlash. Well, that's it, folks. It looks like I'm late to the start of Backlash, and my journalistic integrity is being questioned as we speak. So that means we've come to the end of the WrestleCord news break. I'm Ryan, signing off. Hoping to see you all again tomorrow.